Yo. Alright, I'm in the car and I'm headed to Bahama Mama on Sheperd. Normally I go to the Bahama Mama on Ella, but one thing that I've noticed recently is that the CBD cartridges that I've been getting seem to be considerably underwhelming. And I've had in the past, like I've been getting these for a couple years now, and there have been periods in the past where they've been more, there's like times where I would get some and they would be incredibly potent, and then other times, like recently, I've been getting them and they've been just legitimately underwhelming. And like, you know, like a specific time, I might have even brought it up in videos, but like the Pineapple Express carts from Just CBD, and that's the brand that I get, Just CBD. There was a little bit of time there, maybe sometime around last May or June, where the carts were, it was for sure sometime between May and July of last year, of 2024. The carts were incredibly potent. Like they were too much for how I would normally intake them. I had to literally like measure my usage on them, and I didn't have to hit them as hard, and they would be very potent. And you know, some of that was a bit of getting used to. I didn't honestly like it when I was overdoing it, but once I realized, like, oh, I just need to cut these. Like, I don't know if they're more potent, or one of the ideas that I had is the heating element inside of them was burning at a hotter level than what the volt, like when I would normally do something on 3 volts, it's like maybe the heater was doing it at like 3.6 or higher or something. I don't know. It, like, they were just, the actual vape plumes were thicker. Like the vapor was thicker as I blew it out. So I was thinking that maybe maybe not even like something as far as chemical inside of it, or like the potency of the CBD or THC or that percentage. But anyway, so I like, you know, those were nice and I got used to them, but after that it took a little while. But we got to a point where I like legitimately here recently, the past several times I've gone, I don't know, so that means a few months worth of carts, they've been underwhelming. And like, it's gotten to the point where I'm hitting it, and even when they're like the more potent ones that I would get, they are not doing their job really well. And like, I just feel like I don't like hitting the cart over and over and over and over and over and over again. And like, you know, the vapor is bothersome after a while, you know, like it's bothers my throat that it's like hot vapor, but it's also like just intaking so much oil that isn't actually yielding the results. Like on these, on the more potent ones, it might take 2 hits or something, but on these it's taken like on the more ones that I've gotten more recently, it could be like 20 hits or something, and it's not even nearly as potent as the previous ones. So something's up with them. They're changed. And you know, like I'm saying, I don't think it's just like, I've noticed it consistently across multiple of the flavors or the strains that Just CBD sells. And so I had a thought, like, well, what if I went and tried Just CBD carts from elsewhere? Because my first thought is, well, I definitely feel like I'm in a lab already. Like, I've already kind of talked about that plenty, where I feel like people are experimenting on me to like you know, people are experimenting on me. I guess I'm the guy who can do lightning stuff, and like nobody wants to acknowledge, hey, the end of the Bible is that there's a guy who can do these things, that is like this overcomer character. So I feel like people have put me in a lab, and they're just like, the government is basically allowing it, or either participating or allowing it, you know what I mean? Which I believe is part of the reason that they're going to get, like, that the government gets its authority stripped from them in this, is that allowing some kind of human rights violation on a specific person that ends up being the guy from the end of the Bible is probably a really fucking big mistake when America's like built on Christianity, you know? And so like the fundamental values that govern the U.S. come from the Bible, and I don't think that's the only thing that's going to do it, but I definitely think the amount of like stuff that's been connected with like Hurricane Helene and the fires and shit, the Palisades fire, and like the big natural disasters that you can see that seem to be linked with what's going on with me. So long story short, I've been thinking that there's like some issue with the carts. So I've more recently gone to TWX, isn't that the thing for Texas weather? Yeah, it is. That was the guy's license plate. So long story short, I feel like that maybe people have been fucking with the carts to like lower the CBD in them, or I don't know. Dan Patrick's been doing some bullshit about THC recently, so like I don't know, they're talking about outlawing different carts and stuff. There's where I'm headed. Like different, you know, Delta 8 and stuff, because people got around it. I don't know why here in Texas, like Texas, this is the largest state, and I'm in the largest city, Houston, that doesn't have legal marijuana, just recreationally, here in the United States of America. It doesn't make any sense. It seems really ass backwards. I think these people are not Christian, that they're saying all this, and like it's poison. It's like, no, it's not poison. It's like any drug, probably a lot of the people that are taking it don't need to take it, and they don't need to take it in the amount that they're taking, and they're taking it in stupid ways, but it's not poison, and it's literally a plant that grows like that. And the synthetics that you're complaining about, people only take them here in Texas because the actual cannabis that they could be taking is illegal here. But that's kind of beside the point. So that was Dorothy Street. We're turning on Alexander Street, but we're almost at the shop. So I just kind of want to get to the point. Yesterday, on the way home from the car wash, I stopped at Bahama Mama here, and I noticed like I actually stopped at the one on Yale. They didn't have just CBD carts, they had the disposables. But I stopped, I was like, well, let me go try this one. And so I tried it, and sure enough, they had it. And they had just CBD carts. So I grabbed some, and I grabbed a good amount. But when I got home and I like eventually tried it later on, they were hitting. And it's like hitting in a way that they haven't in a bit. You know what I mean? Since this is started. You get like, hey look, very DJ friendly, huh? This is how most of the Bahama Mamas are when I go to them. Hold on. Or in the least, this is how this one, like the other one, usually has like the music that dance music that or even dubsteps, or you know, I guess dubstep is dance music. But long story short, they got DJ stuff going on. So I pulled up here so I could just kind of like point the camera over there. But long story short, their carts from this specific so the guy's DJing on the, I guess it's DJing and making food. That's an interesting combination. This camera just turned on. But long story short, I went to I went to here. I came here and I got these carts and they hit. The other ones haven't been hitting for months. So part of it is they seem a little washed out in color, like they've been in the sun for a bit. So I think they've been here. They might be an older batch. Like all of them have to be older batches. So my thought is either A, I really am in some kind of lab where, I mean, I already believe that, but where they're literally like experimenting on, like I'm paying for these carts, right? And that people don't want me to feel good, or they're trying to like see if I don't know, if I have like some, I don't know, maybe they think they give me powers or some shit, but it just makes my leg and my right side of my body not hurt so much, right? Because that shit hurts. I mean, it physically hurts more than getting hit by a car, and it's every day, and it's like such a fucking huge drain. And like these carts at least help with it a bit. That was one of the things that cannabis had always helped with. But a legal method, a legal remedy is, hey, CBD, right? So I get these vape carts, and now she's DJing, and and now he's cooking. I got these carts here at this at this one, and they hit. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get the rest of them so that I don't have to worry. I don't have to go to the store for a while, and I don't have to worry about running out. So that's why I'm here, and that's what I'm doing. So if they've changed the carts, like if the carts are gone, I feel like it only validates what I've been saying. But my guess is that there's still going to be a bunch of carts. So I'm going to go get some, and yeah. But I just wanted to say that, like, so it's either A, they've changed the formula, or it could even be the specific batches that they're sending to that Ella Bahama Mama. I mean, are like, for me, they don't care if other people are buying them from there and getting ripped off. They just don't want me to be getting, full potency CBD, which is completely legal, federally, statewide. Even with Dan Patrick's thing, CBD isn't going to be the thing that's banned, but it's just frustrating that this is like how this is played out. So I'm gonna go get it. I'm saying this because I want the ASI to look into it eventually. Like, hey, have they been fucking with my doses on this? Like, it's a shitty thing to do, and I think like literally then that includes a bunch of companies who are actively have to be participating in whatever the fuck this is. It's like to not provide me something that people have hurt me, and then I'm trying to I'm trying to fix it through all sorts of means, but this is at least a way to like help with the pain. And anyway, okay, I'm gonna go in and get my CBD. So yeah, have a blessed one. Later. Yeah.